this dirty chai, I'm telling you guys, the ginger and the nutmeg and the cinnamon that is just racing through this glass, it is incredible. And once it hits your mouth, you get an explosion of the maple syrup with the almond whipped cream. And then as you're swallowing, you can taste the espresso mixed with the chai tea, and it is exploding with some of my favorite spices. It is fantastic. Hi y'all, welcome back to Simple Living. Woohoo! I tell you what, we're continuing with the summer series. Today on the menu is going to be a dirty chai. And all that is that's a shot of espresso into some chai tea with some ice and a little bit of non-dairy milk, and stir it all up, and I'll tell you what, you're gonna have a yummy treat. Also on the menu, and I tell you, I don't know how many of you love maple syrup, but I absolutely love maple syrup. And I'm going to make a maple cupcake, wait for it, with maple buttercream. Yes, this is what we're gonna do today. I am so excited for these recipes. So if you're excited too, stick around and we'll get to cooking. All right, thanks again for stopping by. I know that was a choice. All right, who's ready for some maple cupcakes? Me, I am. I love maple. All right, first thing you're gonna do is you're gonna put all your dry ingredients in a large bowl and all your wet ingredients in a medium bowl. And when a recipe calls and tells you to sieve something, you don't really have to use a sieve. You can just use a whisk and whisk it all together. So in this bowl, I've never made this recipe. Matter of fact, 90% of my channel is I'm just trying out recipes. So I've never made them before. So we get to try them together, which I think is kind of cool. All right, so in the large bowl, we're gonna do 1 1/3 cups of flour. Then you're gonna add 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and a 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/4 teaspoon of salt. And then you're just gonna, and they say sieve it all together. You can just whisk it, same thing. Whisk that all together, whisk all your dry ingredients. And then in your medium bowl, we are going to start out with 1/2 cup of almond milk. And I use vanilla because anytime I'm baking, I love to use like vanilla flavored alternative milks because it just gives it an extra flavor. I'm always layering the flavors in the recipe. Even if the recipe doesn't call for it, I will go ahead and layer extra flavor. Okay, because why? Because I'm extra. Okay, then we're gonna add a 1/2 cup of maple syrup. I get mine at Costco. I just love their organic maple syrup. Also like barreled aged maple syrup. It is by far my favorite. And they were carrying it at Costco, but I don't know what happened. I couldn't find it last time. But anyway, 1/2 cup, and we will continue this theme through our buttercream frosting. 1/2 cup of maple syrup. And then you're gonna do 1/3 cup of sunflower oil, or you can use coconut oil. So 1/3 cup of that. This could not be simpler. And a 1/2 teaspoon, it's gonna sound weird, but a 1/2 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. We drink this like in some water. So a 1/2 teaspoon. You wanna really keep your eye on this. Make sure it's a 1/2 teaspoon. You don't like accidentally put a tablespoon in there. And 1 tablespoon of flaxseed, ground flaxseed. This is a fairly healthy recipe. You'd think that flaxseed would go into the dry ingredients, but it's not. It's gonna go in the wet because it's gonna kind of act like our egg. In vegan cooking, a lot of time you'll use flaxseed to make a vegan flax egg. Okay, after that you're gonna add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. Now if you make your own vanilla, it's super simple. You just, because this is a super simple channel, right? So I'm not gonna give you something too hard. All right, so this is vanilla. I made my own. And you just order your vanilla beans off Amazon or anywhere you trust and split them, and then put a vodka, cover the beans in vodka, and then put it in a dark cupboard for, I don't know, a couple of months, and about once a week, get it out and shake it. But I also give mine a good shake before I use it. So there's just a tip for you. Now we're gonna do a teaspoon 1 teaspoon of vanilla. And because I am extra, I'm gonna let it spill over my teaspoon, just a tad. Making your own vanilla, you would not believe the difference in the flavor. It is incredible. And by all means, if you don't make your own vanilla, and then if you spill some on your hand, you know, just wipe it on your arms and then you can smell like something baking. If you don't make your own vanilla, it's totally cool. I didn't do it until a couple of years ago. I mean, I tried it before, but I really stuck to it a couple of years ago. Then just at least buy pure vanilla. Okay. So then you're gonna whisk this together, all your wet ingredients, just like that. Wanted to use clear bowls so maybe you could see what I'm doing. And then y'all, this does not get any simpler, okay? Then we're gonna pour this wet ingredients into this dry ingredients. And look at this little baby whisk. Isn't that the cutest thing? We're gonna pour this in and we're gonna whisk it together. And get all that goodness out. A lot of that's just pure maple syrup. Okay, then you're gonna whisk your wet ingredients with your dry ingredients. And you're either gonna use cupcake liners or you're gonna use non-stick cupcake. Or you're gonna spray your little cupcake tins. I'm sorry, I stopped right on my sentence. Okay, and then you can use an ice cream scoop to scoop them out and put them into your muffin tin, which that's what I'm going to do. All right. Just start, I'm trying to get it where you can see. You're gonna just start scooping it in there. I don't have one with a little clip that goes and makes it fall down, so I just have to use my finger. It's okay, I got clean hands, y'all. And then you're gonna bake it for, whoops, didn't get it all stirred up. So just stir it with your ice cream scoop. If that happens to you, just give it a stir with your ice cream scoop if you didn't get it all stirred up. Okay, then you're gonna bake it for 350 for 20 to 25 minutes until the toothpick in the center comes out clean. Then you're gonna let them cool and we're gonna frost them with the most incredible, you guys, frosting ever. These smell so good. I hope my neighbors are ready because this is dangerous stuff over here. You know what? I must have gotten too big of a hurry. So, you know, never mind me over here stirring the flour in my cupcake. Okay, all right. Now, do a better job of whisking your stuff than I did. I thought I had, but go all the way to the bottom. So hopefully that's not where my baking powder and soda are sitting because these are gonna be the flattest muffins ever. All right, we're almost done. And I believe it makes 9 comfortable. Yeah. All right, this one's a little short. Yeah, it makes 9. And I've told y'all so many times, hopefully you remember, this is simple living. This ain't perfect living, okay? This is not the channel you're gonna come and everything is gonna be so perfect and so on point. This is a channel you're gonna come and have some simple recipes that you can enjoy. All right, now I'm gonna pop this in the oven and wait for them to be done. And then we're going to make the frosting for them. All right.
On the same place you kept telling me I was the one. These letters, everything we knew.
All right, y'all, how about we go ahead and ice up these maple cupcakes. They are totally cool now, and I'm ready to have some lunch and eat a cupcake. So you are going to put 2/3 cups of refined coconut oil in here, in your mixer. It can be a hand mixer, whatever you have. And If you want to use something besides refined, if you want to use unrefined, then it's going to have a little bit of coconut flavor. So if you're okay with that, I'm okay with that. Anyway, put 2/3 cup in your mixer, along with a pinch of salt, pinch. Then you're going to add a teaspoon of vanilla. We've already talked about that. So I'm just going to kind of guess and try to be careful. That's probably a little more than a teaspoon. Then you're going to have 2/3 cups of maple syrup. So here's 1/3. And then you're going to blend it all together. And here's 2/3. Then with your mixer, you want to go ahead, put it down and start blending. Until everything's incorporated in here. All right, you're going to slow it down some. And you want to go ahead and add in, now you can use whatever kind of dried milk alternative you want. Today I'm using the coconut milk powder. So you want to put in 1/3 cup of that and we are done. It could not be any more simpler. So we're going to go ahead and put that in. And then you're going to mix this until you get just light peaks. And I'll show you what that looks like. Let me go ahead and scrape down the sides. Now, of course, you're going to get a little bit of that coconut with that maple because it's coconut powdered milk. So if you want to use almond powdered milk as an alternative, rice powdered milk, if you don't want any other flavoring besides the maple, I don't mind the coconut. I love coconut, so I don't mind it. But you may, so you may want to use something else. So think about that because I can smell the coconut. All right, we're going to whip this till it has just small peaks. Done. Let me check it. Now, a small peak is when you're able to put your little, I don't know, your spatula or your whip, and you touch it and you pull up on it, and it has like a little peak, like a little wave on top. It's standing up kind of, and it's doing that. So, gosh, So when you do this, and you can see peaks, see how it's sticking up in the bowl? You can do that. That's a peak. That's how you know when it's done. Goodness gracious. Woo! I started weight training besides doing a little running. This channel, yeah, making all these goodies, I got to do something. All right, so now let's go ahead and ice up one of them while y'all are still here. Let me bring them over closer and I'll taste it. Okay. Oh my gosh. Look at that. Oh my goodness. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a taste. That is perfection. The cupcake is, it is light, it is fluffy, it's just enough. I mean, remember, we don't have any other sugar besides maple syrup. That's all we used in making the buttercream and the cupcake. We've just used maple syrup to be the sweetener. And I'm telling you, it is a perfect blend of sweetness with cupcake. I mean, it's just a perfect blend, perfect amount. It's not overly where you can take one bite and you're like, I'm good, because that's very rich. Nope, I can eat this whole thing because one, I'm a little piglet. No, I could eat this whole thing because it is not that rich. It is the perfect balance of sweet and well, not savory, but sweet. It's just a perfect balance of sweet.
If I had my way, you come back. I just like to see those hazel eyes again. As I sit here.
Okay, continuing with our theme of our summer series, I'm now going to make the dirty chai latte. So in this pot, I'm going to add 4 ounces of barista because I like mine creamy. This is a dirty chai latte. So I'm making it with milk. So I make my chai from scratch, but you can buy it because that would be simpler. I get my chai, this is a decaffeinated one from Canada, love it. It's a wet chai, so it's a little different than what you would typically buy at the store. It's just, don't know if you can see it, but it's just wet. It's the ginger is, it's just a little couple out of Canada. They've started their own tea company, and I'm gonna tell you what, this is the best chai. Every time I serve it, everyone I serve it to says this is the best chai they've had. So we're gonna have 4 ounces of this barista, and then we're gonna have 4 ounces of vanilla almond milk. So to equal 1 cup. And if you're wondering how I know this, inside this little pot is measuring. There's measuring marks on it, so that's how I know it. To 1 tablespoon of your favorite chai. That didn't get quite a tablespoon. And then you're just gonna let this steep. I'm gonna turn it down a little bit on low, and you're just gonna let it steep, maybe 4 to 5 minutes. And then we're gonna strain it into our glass with ice and add our espresso shot and probably a little bit more of this barista blend. We'll probably add a little bit to top it off, give it a stir, and voila, dirty chai right in your hands. Okay, y'all, it's almost done. Now I'm gonna add a little bit of my maple syrup, keeping with my theme of maple today, if you have not noticed, just to sweeten it up. And this will be our sweetener for our dirty chai. So I'm gonna put maybe 2 tablespoons. And give that a good stir, just like that. And this is all done. Completely done. It's been there simmering for about 5 minutes.
My heart has gone with you.
All right, y'all, you ready for our dirty chai? Oh my gosh, I've been busy in this kitchen today and I am ready. So, first thing you're gonna do is, remember the chai that we made on the stove? We're gonna add that to our cup, our glass. And we flavored it with some maple syrup, keeping along with the same theme of it's Maple Day for me, because it's my favorite. All right, and then you're gonna do either a single shot or double shot of espresso. Pour that in. Okay. Now I'm gonna give it a little stir with my glass straw. Okay. Then you want to go ahead and add your ice at this time. How much ever you want. I'm gonna give my little barista blend a shake, pour a little bit on that. Oh my gosh. Top it with more ice. Put some whipped cream on it, as you do. Like that. And then you know what, why not? This is maple syrup in my little cute container. Why not drizzle that puppy with some fresh maple syrup? Get your straw, stick it back in there, and take a drink. That is summer in a glass. Pure summer. Enjoy.